guys! Jake and Marissa back again for more live reactions to Power Rangers Ninja Steel. Getting that to be a thing. Also, for those of you who didn't watch the last Q Ranger live reactions.
Hello, I'm Alpha 5, at your service.
Yes.
You sent me mail from Indianapolis. Please comment.
Who are you?
Because there's no return. There's a return address, but no name.
Yeah, we just like.
We found it. We're not going to talk about the contents or anything, but we found a letter, a parcel
from Indianapolis. We don't know.
It appears that it took quite some time to get here because it had a postage problem.
So happy you're here.
So I'm not even sure when it was sent. But it was sent to our last address.
At your service.
Not the previous address, but it was sent to us at the school.
Well, the other thing is that you're Marissa here as opposed to MJ.
That's true.
Yeah.
Except my social media all says MJ, so.
That's fair. Anyway, so we had random
if any
mystery
of
mail.
y'all was the person in Indiana, step forward.
Yeah, I'm just curious who that is. But yeah, this
and thank you.
This guy was, in case you didn't know, a belated birthday gift that I find stupidly amusing. Wait, come on.
Hello, I'm Alpha 5. At your
He's
service.
interacted, but apparently I'd left him alone.
Focus! Focus! Everybody just focus!
Alright, thank you.
Hello.
You don't have to shake him. You just wave your hand.
Yeah.
He's one of those talks to you.
Yeah, he's got the little IR
sensor.
sensor, so I just do that to make it so that he's looking at the ground and then away, so that he's detecting movement. It's been
the most inefficient possible way to do that when you could just go.
I just move the hand that's already holding him. I don't need to worry about the other hand. It's just like
You're gonna give him whiplash.
I wave the hand that's already holding him. So he's fine. He's good. Anyway, I've had a busy week of unpacking as per usual. I've spent like I've spent so much of the last month just unpacking.
Hey, people who were watching Q Ranger last time, just so you know, in case it didn't show on video, what happened is, when that blanket attacked me, I had the cell phone on the blanket, so when I shoved the blanket off the end of the couch...
Because I'm sure that you were waiting with bated breath to find out...
What happened to my cell phone?
We're asking the important questions here. But I am officially registered for grad courses now, and I finished my training at the tutoring center, and I've got some other leads on tutoring for later in the school year, so that's doing good. And with unpacking progressing nicely, I will hopefully be able to get some stuff set up in the studio to start doing some filming in about another week for year 3. So that I'm expecting us to be able to finish filming at the very least for episode 81, and then probably 82 and 83.
How much you want to bet we get episodes 81 through 83 filmed before we ever find the Roku remote?
Yeah, probably. We misplaced the remote for the Roku. Anywho.
Which makes the TV in the bedroom completely useless.
Yes. But, we will have more information regarding year 3 as the next couple months go by, and we see how much we can get filmed, process on editing, how everything works with classes, and also whenever my helmet's going to show up, because I still don't know about that. Because I really want to not have to CG the helmet more than absolutely necessary. I'm only going to have to CG the helmet a little bit in year 3 because there's a few things that were already shot for year 3 before I ordered a helmet. So that's what's been going on with us. Let's see what's going on with the Power Rangers. Because he's got that mystery evil Aiden dude, his brother dude.
Yeah, but right now we're on the,
But let's kick it off with Episode 12 of Power Rangers Ninja Steel.
Going on the TV
Family
show.
Fusion. Play! Hey, we have our intro this time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, last time we had a previous sound instead, which was unexpected.
Well, and it was narrated by
Brody.
Brody.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminded me of that whole, like, I am Supergirl thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm Supergirl, I am the Flash. They are.
The other DC ones.
Power Rangers
Power
Ninja
Rangers
Steel. There's our cue up point. Hey, Ripcon, what are you up to?
Probably won't be watching Supergirl anymore. Either.
What? Who's me? What is this? Is this Abe? Is this somebody else?
You're the Red Ranger's brother.
Wow, Ripcon, you are not bright.
Destroy the Rangers.
What?
Why would you want to do that?
You don't know anything.
I had my reasons.
What?
I have my
Create a
reasons.
distraction so I
What?
can find their base.
What? What? Really?
Like me, and you can personally hand Galvanax the Ninja Steel.
Why is it that when why is it when people are being evil, their voice suddenly drops a register?
Just a little bit.
Everywhere.
Traitors.
He's got glowy eyes.
I think he's talking about me.
Fooling him was almost too easy.
What? How did you fool him?
Okay.
What? Why did you fool him? In what way? I don't understand the fooling.
Maybe he's setting him up to fail miserably and get fired?
No.
Maybe? I don't know.
Oh, Preston's having a magic show.
Song our dad wrote for us when we were kids.
Well, we better go practice. I'm not sure if I remember all the words.
Apparently, Levi's not the only one with musical talent. He had to have a serious face as he walked away.
He's a little cliche evil right now.
Go! Power Rangers, ninjas, evil with all might to get the ninja steel. Give up without a fight to get the ninja steel. Rangers fear no danger. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go! Now for what is right to get the ninja steel.
They have the ninja steel.
Day and night.
To keep the ninja steel.
Just fear no danger.
Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go! Ninja steel. See, this time I didn't jump the,
Go.
the
Go!
bridge.
Power Rangers, Ninja Steel. Go, go, Power Rangers.
Go, go, Power Rangers.
Go!
Ninja Steel.
We've gotten better
Oh,
with that one.
it's an overall talent show. Okay.
Yeah.
They won't let you bring a
What?
bull into the school.
Why would you expect
To be able to bring
You're-
a ball into the school.
you're a matador today?
Do to win the talent show.
Besides which, matadoring takes up a lot of space and actually involves killing the bull. Of
Yeah.
course, they're not going to let you do that at school.
Thing like that.
What are you talking? What? I don't understand.
Olay.
Are you guys going to do your own magic show as a competitors? What's happening here?
Maybe they're gonna like steal Preston's hat because they think it has a trick in it and they don't realize he actually can do magic. See?
Oh, okay. Really? Really?
Yeah.
Why is this?
What do you think? Could I be a magician?
Sure, why not? Oh no,
Oh,
what's
no.
in there? Oh, you're in there.
Preston's absent, but the hat is still magic.
Apparently.
Interesting.
Okay. What? Your rules of
Side that darn hat.
Why?
You have Joe Quesada style rules of magic here.
Since when does the hat contain a personal dimension?
Since he pulled out a bunch of rabbits and a panther.
That's true.
Is the panther still here?
No, but the rabbit is.
Why is the rabbit so much bigger than they are?
I don't know.
Well, how does scale work in this hat universe?
I don't know. I don't even know how this hat universe works. Because my only point of reference would be a bag of holding, But the problem with putting animals in a bag of holding is they
That
tend to
was an
suffocate.
impressive little destructo wave there, Ripcon.
On the other hand, a bag of tricks. But you can't pick what you want out of a bag of tricks.
I don't know.
Ripcon's attacking the city.
Yep.
Ripcon? He's tough.
Not that
I
tough.
barely got away.
Nick, what about that new star you've been working on? The Ninja Fusion Star. What?
Ninja
It's almost
Fusion
complete.
Star.
It will harness the power of all 6 of your power stars.
Okay.
I still need to add my gold energy.
Right.
We'll buy some time while you guys go back to
Alright, so that's the excuse for Levi to be late.
Sorry about the saving. I'll see you later, okay?
No problem. Just be safe, Brody.
And now he's gotta go be evil.
Nexus Prison.
His face immediately went evil.
Comes out fast.
Everything's okay.
Now I'm stalking down the hallways of the high school.
Yeah. Whoa, really? That's how that works? That's actually pretty nifty.
Their base has been right there all along.
Yeah, it has been. That's why they never had to go that far to get there.
There he is.
Hey, got some bashers.
So at this point, he knows where their base is, and he has no further incentive to help this monster. And that's the lie.
I guess. Well, what was he going to do to help? What was he promising to do?
He said that he'd personally be able to hand over the Ninja Steel, so I assume that the monster is under the impression that he would have an ally in some way. Like, he would tell him where the base was or something. Because...
It was a nice little dolly zoom there as they were just kind of chilling.
But he's probably not going to tell the monster where the...
No, he's just going to... I guess he's going to tell Odious instead of Ripcon is the trickery.
There's the double cross.
That's the double cross. Whoa. Why are you... Wow, you can walk on the wall apparently. That's cool. Oop. Nope, it's his.
Thanks, Preston.
There you go.
Yeah. I love it when they acknowledge that they're capable of exchanging weapons.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the show kind of forgets that. It's like,
Well,
I don't have any weapon. Oh no.
Yeah, it usually works a little better when you have some sort of standardized sidearm, as opposed to... Because you don't see them swap...
Okay, but remember that one time everybody swapped bodies and they're like, I can't use this weapon! And then they're like, wait a minute!
Oh, right, in Dino Charge. That's right.
Hopefully the gold energy combines with the fusion star.
Hopefully?
Hopefully. I don't know. Nobody knows how this works. There's no rhyme or reason to any of this. Whoa, we get another star. Okay, so that's the fusion star. Okay, so the gold power star got thrown back first.
Power star energies merged perfectly.
Cool.
That's
nice.
Ninja Fusion Star.
Cool.
The most powerful star we have ever made.
Really?
I'll get it to the others. Thanks, man. You're welcome.
I feel like... Wait, don't you want your star? Did you grab yours? Didn't you just put your star down on the table in front of
I'm going to assume that that was a minor continuity error. What? Or that he's going to pitch it all the way there?
Well, that we have established that is how Ninja Stars work. Because Mick has done that before.
Oh, that's true.
When he threw it all the way to the Zords, wherever they were in the city.
I know, but throwing or jumping to Zords has always been kind of a weird thing.
Well, yeah. But it...
Lucky there's still plenty of Ninja Steel in the trophy.
So, wait. How many entrances and exits do you have to this place?
Well, I'm going to assume that the air vent one...
What? Was that a laser? You got a laser, apparently.
He has a laser. The air vent one, I believe, goes outside, and that one goes to the school.
Okay.
Hey, Mick.
Yep, here comes Levi to... yeah. Well, you did not stay hidden for very long there, did you? buddy?
And there's his gold on the table. Which means he's not holding it.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Fantastical world. 4 unexpected heroes meet the mystical.
Well, they did not keep that secret long.
So did you hear that the Transformers people are suing the DC people over Bumblebee?
Why?
Well, because the DC people have a
Are they?
hero called Bumblebee.
They're really gonna...
Tomorrow at 12 on Nick.
Bumblebee as a DC character has been around for...
Bumblebee is a DC character predates Bumblebee the Transformer, but the Transformers,
okay.
but the Transformers copyrighted the name, and DC didn't.
How do you?
So now they're trying to sue them to block sales
How do you copyright
of a new Bumblebee action figure.
Okay, I'm just gonna point this out. They copyrighted the name of an insect. Like, are they going to sue the actual bumblebees?
I'm going to assume that the difference between a bumblebee and bumblebee is a space.
Maybe, I guess.
Because a bumblebee is a descriptor.
Because I think there's like a Simpsons character named Bumblebee Man. He's just a guy. He's just a.
Well,
a
apparently
guy
the issue isn't that the character exists. The issue is the sales of an action figure named Bumblebee.
So they can't. Okay, so they can't sell figures of Bumblebee, the superhero.
Well, they're trying to sell figures of the Bumblebee superhero, and that's when.
But Transformers won't let them.
Transformers has filed suit. I don't know. They may already be doing it. And Transformers may be filing a cease and desist.
Maybe.
But you know, because they just came out with that whole new line of
DC Supergirls.
DC superhero girls toys.
Yeah.
And Bumblebee is in the lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's funny.
That's
and pointless. Like anyone's gonna confuse a giant talking car robot with a little girl with wings.
I mean, I don't know. Every now and again, I get confused, and I think you're parked outside, and then I realize, no, wait, that's your car. I've got to work on that.
You've got to work on not telling the punchline to a joke while I'm taking a sip.
Not gonna get a spit take? No? No.
You almost had a choke take is what you almost had.
I'm sorry. Oh, I did.
Okay, but here's the
we do
problem
finally have the vacuum
with using
here,
the music box that plays
it's creepy.
this over the baby's Pampers is that it has been rendered creepy.
Wishing you love,
Yeah.
sleep, and play. Pampers.
Thanks to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay. And just in general. Yeah, this is the thing I was.
Not as creepy as children's singing.
Yeah, this is the thing I was telling you about before in the commercial right before the episode. Wizard of Quads.
What are you doing with the Ninja Steel?
And we're back.
He doesn't even try. He's like borrowing it. Nope, he doesn't try any of that.
Well, he'd already zapped Mick and Redbot.
Oh, he could have been all like, I'm trying to take it somewhere safe because Mick and Redbot got attacked. But no excuses. He just tries to shoot him. I almost have to give him credit for that. Because any excuse would be really hard to believe.
Ooh.
What is this, Star Wars?
Oh, okay, so apparently the new... Oh, wow.
Okay, it's a lot less Star Warsy now that it's not just red and blue.
Okay, yeah, now I get it. That's what the fusion attack does. It allows you to use 5 swords at once somehow.
And 3 of them form some sort of a trapping room cage thingy.
That's pretty crazy. That is kind of... Oh, and the red and blue merged into a purple, and now all... Wow.
That's
Wow, that looked like it hurt.
Is he dead?
Nope. He's
doing the limbo.
He's just like, I'm stumbling a little bit and I'm going to leave now.
He's doing the limbo.
Ripcon apparently has super not dying skills. Woo.
Well, he's on the run because he doesn't have his star.
Oh, he took a hit. And now we're gonna find out the truth.
Stop. How could you betray your own brother?
I am no one's brother.
Yep. Robot.
You're some kind of cyborg.
You have no chance against me.
Did they just borrow the voice changer from RPM?
No, I think, it turns out, believe it or not, Aiden was Robo Knight the whole time.
Robo Knight, that's the voice changer I'm hearing.
Whoa, what just happened?
Is he downloading into...
There was a memory thing that just happened.
Yeah.
This can't be real.
Wow. You are done. That was a...
My brother exploded!
That
Brother, he was one of Galvanax's robots.
one of?
I caught him trying to take the ninja.
Has Galvanax had more robots?
Well, he has been living on the space station for a while. He would know if Galvanax had other robots.
Well, I guess...
Like Redbot.
I guess there's Redbot, who we have no origin for.
Secretly held the Gold Ranger captive on my ship.
What?
Who told you that? Madam Odious? She's the traitor!
I have nothing to hide, Jack.
They're framing him
Oh,
for
because...
keeping Aiden on the ship. Brody. Aiden.
Cosmo, gigantify him.
Oh, wow.
Some skull gators. Follow me, Ripcon. I'm going to make you a star. Bring him.
Involuntary gigantism.
Okay.
Gigantifying? Gigantification?
Apparently.
Excited to take on the Rangers. He's going to skip straight to...
Gigantify!
Oh, one of the... It looks like one of them's a teleport. Or no, wait, no. That was Skull Gators and Gigantify.
Yep.
So what's the third button?
A robot have all those memories. No one knew that song but my brother and I.
Guys, Ripcon's returned to the
So-
Well, that means that she did have the actual Aiden at some point.
Yeah.
Are you feeling okay?
And may still.
Little days.
Maybe that whole thing was like making a copy of his memories
Yeah.
of the robot.
Yeah.
Who suddenly got way bigger in this direction when he...
That's nice, dear.
Well, he got blown open. We'll go with that, not just that it was a prosthesis.
Oh, and this cartoon thing here is what reminded me of the whole Bumblebee situation. It's another...
Oh, okay. I was wondering how we got on
How
that
I got on that?
conversation.
Yeah, it's another...
It's just the Mysticons, okay.
Yeah, it's another four-girl superhero team
Yeah.
in cartoons. They have a similar art style to the DC.
They do. This
girls.
is, not to mention that their base looks like the Hall of Justice.
I got a Crayola coloring book of the DC girl heroes
Yeah.
that you point your phone at
Yeah.
and they come to life.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
It's different than the rest of mine. It's apparently
And it's not like, it only
Color.
comes to life in your phone. It actually comes to life. It's actually kind of a cult. I believe that it does require some sort of blood sacrifice, actually.
Anyways, I was saying it's different than the rest of my Color Alive stuff because this one's Color Alive 2.0, which requires the blood sacrifice.
Oh, that's right. It's technomancy, not just regular sorcery. They summon as cyborg demon things.
I have news.
I can summon a storm archer now.
I don't know what that is.
It's my ultimate.
But yeah, you gotta watch out for those cyber demons, like Venjix in that episode of Power Reviews. You gotta watch out for those cyber demons. The cats are impatient. Ooh, we still got half an hour.
Yeah. It's not time.
Yeah.
You will get to eat when we eat, which will be after this video.
Yeah.
Flick, flick, flick.
So, hun,
Yes?
my lack of shock on Aiden was, as far as him being a robot,
Uh-huh.
well, this was due to a few things. One, it was rather digital when his eyes were glowing at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
And the other is that Wikipedia credited the actor as Evil Robot Aiden.
What did I just tell you?
Why did you start drinking as I was in mid-statement on that?
I didn't think it was gonna be a joke.
It wasn't.
I think
That
that's
is
a joke.
truth. That is something that
It's
happened.
hilarious.
Wikipedia spoiled the character twist just on their main on like the right there.
So apparently there are now shoppers.
We invited
People
to try the
to shop the Shopkin.
Or are they purchasable in and of themselves?
What on earth is this food?
I don't know, Dunkaroos, but with goo. Actually, that is exactly what it is. It's Dunkaroos, but with colored goo instead of
and what I
whatever
have
it
to
was you
assume
were,
are fruit snacks.
as opposed to just white goo that it was before.
Well, that was frosting, babe.
What is this place?
Was it?
I don't know. I never had them.
With no brains.
I
It
mean,
looked like frosting on TV.
yeah, but I just
I kind of
realized.
assumed it was similar to Yan Yan.
Yeah, fair enough. I just assume it's so heavily processed that it's not actually anything recognizable as food.
Like most frosting.
Yeah.
And now it's time to destroy you for good.
But it has a different consistency than that goo appears to.
You know what I realized as we are going into, the third act here?
What?
You know who we haven't seen since the first act?
The schmoes in the hat?
They're still in that hat! That just like randomly, like,
What is that
Victor and
thing?
Monty are still in
That is not how you build a building. That construction in the foreground.
Yeah.
Are the doozers here building constructions out of doozer sticks? What is that?
What? They're girders.
Those are not girders.
They're supposed to be.
They're improperly formed for girders.
Bye-bye, Skull Gators. Whoa. What?
They turn into a sword.
That's unexpected. Wow, you got like a Zambato going on there. That's a pretty big sword.
Oh look, it didn't localize the street signs.
That'll happen.
I've got an idea. We can use the Ninja Fusion Star.
Yep.
To combine our fighting.
That's what I figured.
Maybe it can combine our Megazords.
Your Megazords are already combined.
Not
Oh,
the,
your Megazords!
Yeah, it combined the Megazords. Megazords, plural. Yep,
That's why
there
I
it goes.
Megazords.
Whoa, there we go. We got big wheels. There you go. That's a lot of stack on that head.
Our Megazords are combined into one.
Good thing,
Cool.
Brody.
Thanks. Let's try this Fusion Zord out.
Those pauldrons make no sense.
won't help you.
The what?
Pauldrons.
He's behind us.
Pauldrons? Is that what you call the shoulder pad things? I hadn't heard that term before.
It's so powerful.
Pauldrons? I haven't heard that term before. Oh! They broke back up into individual Skull Gators somehow.
You say.
Broke their sword.
Ninja Master Blade.
It's all
I
there.
just wasn't expecting it to break and then reform into monsters again. I kind of figured that the monsters were done with, and that's why they became a sword. Okay, Master Slash with the Ninja Fusion Sword. Whoa, they somehow... Okay, so you get, like, random spectral Zords flying out of it, except only 2 of them for some reason.
It's the name for that part of the armor.
Okay. Well, like I said, I was not familiar with that term.
Show's over. Ninjas win.
There we go. So that's the end of Ripcon.
And now,
So
Wow.
does that mean you also don't know what bracers are?
I will
I've heard of bracers. It's for the forearms, right? Alright.
Oh no! Who's gonna pull Victor and Monty out of
Yep.
that?
I'm free. But Victor's still in there.
They're having fun with that green screen.
Well, hello there.
Why is he holding the hat? Wait,
Run, Monty.
you still have your Matador hat? I didn't think that got sucked in with you. Weird. Levi's head is bothering him.
Because he got the evil robot Aiden downloaded into his head.
Are you gonna be okay? You know, performing on your own.
I can't give up, Mick. I'm gonna go out there and make my brother proud. Wherever he is.
Yeah.
So when I was trying to get into my leather armor, at no point were you paying attention when I went, I need help with my pauldrons?
I just don't remember using that term.
Because I couldn't get the buckle.
You are oddly stuck on me not knowing this word.
I am.
Just little kids.
It just seems like a word that everyone
Even though our
knows.
mom was gone,
It's just a common word to you. It's because you
but
are.
one day I can sing it with my brother Aiden. But until I find him,
But you like, you know,
I'll sing it for you.
superheroes, and
Yeah.
superheroes have armor, and
Yeah.
armor has pauldrons.
They just don't talk about the individual parts of their armor that often.
I'm with you. When you're far from home, I'm still with you. A family moment.
He's having a bad time.
You get zapped with the robot. You're gonna have a bad time.
You get a robot Aiden downloaded into your head, you're gonna have a bad time.
Right. He's remembering something. Look at this.
Never be the Gold Ranger. Start the memory transfer.
Memory transfer.
The transfer is complete. My robot now has all of your childhood memories, and you will have forgotten them
Yeah.
all.
Wait, now he's Aiden?
He's been Aiden the whole time.
I choose a star. The light leads me home to be with you.
Well, he looks a lot more like Aiden.
Yeah. He looks like what you would expect him to look like.
He looks a lot more like the kid does.
I know that song.
He's got a more similar facial structure, dark hair. He looks
They
like he's
they
related
look
to
like
this
brothers. Yeah.
guy. I got them confused the other day, remember?
Yeah.
When they were fighting against evil robot Aiden.
Yep.
Together we are family.
How's this gonna play out now?
He's gonna sing the next line.
Every day now we grow stronger. In our hearts, always and forever.
So,
I can count on you. You can count on me. 'Cause we will always,
So-
always be.
Oh, there go the goosebumps again.
so they're reunited.
Family.
There we go.
So,
We were right. Yes.
not just us, but a lot of people who thought Aiden was gonna be the Gold Ranger.
Remember it all.
All right.
It's you. You're my brother.
There you go.
How did he wind up with a different name?
Stage name. Not to mention, you know, he ran away.
I've been thinking about it. I guess that when
See.
Oyes kidnapped me and put my memories into her robot, she put false ones into me. And that's why my memory was so messed up.
Remember the other.
I
When he couldn't remember the.
So when did you change your name to Levi Weston? Well, Dad told me to hide, so I changed my name to make sure I couldn't be found.
Yeah.
Then my music caught on. And pretty soon, everyone knew who Levi Weston was. I was hiding in plain sight.
How are we going to explain that Brody got kidnapped by a space alien, and Aiden went into hiding and changed his name?
Who are we going to
Maybe
explain
don't
it
bring any of
to?
that up and just keep calling you Levi?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
So while you were off traveling the world, I was traveling the universe. And now we're finally
Yep.
back together. And that's what's important.
It's like, how are we going to explain
So-
this? Why do you need to explain it? To whom do you need to explain it?
Yeah.
Every day now we
And now they all sing together. Okay. So,
I'm kind of glad that the large hand that was fake robot
yeah.
brother is gone.
Yeah.
But the acting is far more forgivable knowing that he was in fact fake robot brother.
Yeah.
That whole oh my god, this is so cliched thing makes a lot more sense when you realize he was built by the villains.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it makes sense now that he had Aiden's memories. A lot of stuff makes sense. That whole storyline panned out. Truth be told, I was also a little spoiled on that, unfortunately. I don't seek these things out. It's just like, okay, there was a picture posted months ago of the actors for, Brody and Levi, where they said Romero family reunion. They are not good at hiding spoilers for the show. That
Be careful what you tweet.
I'm like between the Wikipedia, the actors, and the Power Rangers Twitter itself, everything regarding Aiden keeps getting spoiled. Although I guess we're out of things to spoil regarding Aiden.
We hope.
Yeah.
You're staring at me.
So
guys, it's another 15 minutes.
So Evil Robot Aiden
Cats are in a rush.
was
It comes to food.
a very short arc.
Very short.
Can
we make that go away?
Yeah, there's a random pirate on screen right now.
I'm pretty sure that's the beginning of SpongeBob's.
I don't know what it is. But, so, and Ripcon's gone.
Yep. He got involuntarily gigantified and then fought by 2 Megazords combined into 1 Megazord that managed to make 1 sword back into 2 crocodiles.
So,
I would have thought that once the sword was destroyed, that would have been the end of it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit weird to me
that
that
it turned back into Skullgators.
Yeah.
By the way, one kind of interesting thing with the Skullgators in Japan.
Yes.
Is that they're called. It's like Gasha Dokoko or something. Dokoro. Gasha Dokoro, I think it is.
Okay.
I may be getting that wrong. But it's the same name as the giant skeleton monster from Kubo and the Two Strings.
Ah.
It's they're based off that same Japanese myth.
I was going to say a Japanese myth that they're based off of.
Same yokai.
I really enjoy being able to identify those kind of things. I'm like, that's a kappa!
Yeah. You would get a big kick out of Kaku Ranger, I think. Have you seen any Kaku Ranger?
I've not seen Kaku Ranger.
Because I know I was watching...
Did that have kappas?
Oh, wait. It was the thing I was watching on YouTube that Seamus co-hosted a live stream of.
Oh!
Where they had the little narrator guy at the beginning of each episode, and he would also say what type of kappa each... Or what type of yokai each yokai was.
Yes! I did. I saw a couple of episodes of that when Seamus was hosting.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was only half paying attention, and I was half, I think, playing Slime Rancher?
We're doing something.
I was playing something. I think I was on a Slime Rancher kick at the time, but it might have been Don't Starve together.
Yeah. He had the kappa.
But I wasn't playing Elder Scrolls Online yet.
I hope to get more well-versed in yokai as time goes on. And then, of course, there's the show Yokai Watch, which is big now, which is...
Yeah, but I think that has gotten... Well, because yokai, I believe, just means something like supernatural being or ghost.
Yeah.
That has gone way beyond mythical ones and is starting to...
Yeah, they've become like Pokemon.
Yeah, they've become Pokemon. There's Ghost of Coffee and the Ghost of
yeah.
Pillows and the Ghost of I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But anywho.
Actually, I've never seen anything in the merchandise for that looks like any of the more classical monsters.
But for the most part, that was a fairly solid episode. You know, Evil Aiden was cheesy. I think that they, the
United States is
wrapped up the story a little too fast.
Really sparse on cryptids.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say that.
Bigfoot and the jackalope.
Jersey Devil.
Ooh, Jersey Devil, yeah.
And I'm sure there's plenty of others, like, Bat Boy is arguably a cryptid. I
don't know. Usually cryptids have a very long history, like Sasquatch and...
Yeah.
Who might even be Canadian. The jackalope is definitely a cryptid that's been around in the United States for a long time.
Chupacabra is...
Chupacabra is Mexican.
Is Mexican. That's North America.
It's a goat sucker.
Yeah, I know.
That's actually what it means.
Yeah, I know.
Chupacabra. Sucks goats.
And then there's I'm sure plenty of Native American legends as well.
You know what?
I'm just not thinking of.
We should like. I want something that does something with that.
Native American spirits and things like that.
Yeah, like.
Well, what do you mean something?
Like a show or something that's maybe got like a cast of Native American people dealing with their mythical monsters, and preferably made by the people themselves because they know what's going on with those myths.
Yeah, yeah.
Because then we could, get those myths told. Because, I mean, I don't know. I'm tired of...
That is true.
The same old myths. I love
we get a lot of...
we
get, classic fairy tales and a lot... We get the Norse mythology, Greco-Roman mythology, a little Japanese, although
believe me, I can find
primarily through
Japanese stuff.
media.
But what about the,
but yeah,
the local...
Native American mythology does not make it into a lot of media, which is a little strange.
I guess that's probably why America has such a lacking selection of cryptids, is because we're such a young nation. And we would have to look to the people who were here before us.
Yeah.
But now I'm getting way off track.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember we got here from the crocodile skeleton monsters from Japan.
Even though we had left that subject, you just kind of jumped back onto it.
Did we? I didn't remember leaving.
I was talking about Evil Aiden.
Evil Aiden is a robot.
Yeah.
With really cliched Benjix eyes.
But yeah, it was cliched, it was cheesy, but but they also were able to successfully culminate a few elements that had been built up over the course of the series thus far.
The casting decision makes way more sense when we know he's not real.
Yeah, although it still does not make tremendous sense.
That maybe just accept him as such?
Well, why would you make a robot that doesn't look like his brother?
Maybe she already had the robot?
I don't know.
I mean...
But I mean, like...
Obviously
you want to make him look different from Levi.
Right, so that if you run into them later, you don't get confused. I'm the real Levi, I'm the real Levi, because we've seen that story to death.
But
he could have
been... it also would have completely destroyed things. Yeah. He could have looked at least somewhat similar to Brody.
Yeah.
As opposed to looking like a very different person. That was a bit of odd casting there. But I mean, maybe they had a limited pool of availability in New Zealand of people who looked like the actors that they got from America. Especially considering that
New Zealand running short on people with tannish, darkish skin and black hair.
You're right. I don't know exactly what nationality.
I don't know what nationality they were, but
they could have found something closer. Yeah. It's like even if it's not the same nationality, something closer. Maori would have been closer.
Yeah.
Or at least partially Maori. So that was just sort of an odd casting choice. As well as being odd in universe because it was a constructed character.
Because they live right there in New Zealand.
I was trying to think of some other reason, but I really can't.
No, I mean it's a similar ethnograph. Not that these things are interchangeable, but it would have been closer to the guy they got.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he from New Zealand?
Presumably. I assume that all of that basically everyone who's not a ranger, I assume is from New Zealand.
Including Victor Monty?
Quite possibly, I would need to double check. It would not surprise me.
If they are, they're doing a really good job.
Yeah. Well, Kelson Henderson's New Zealand.
Yeah, but
he's got a bunch
we've
of
already
voices.
established that
He's
Kelson
got
Henderson
range, yeah.
is a man of many voices.
Yes. I love that one video of him where he just like cycles through a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
It was pretty
That's it.
fantastic.
Many voices, but a lot of the times when people are working with another accent, like
Yeah.
the Mystic Force cast,
Yeah.
you know, you can kind of hear.
Yeah, you get a lot of slips.
But I haven't heard slip number, or you just hear something just a little bit stiffer than usual because they're having to run on it. But the thing is, it's hard to tell with Rangers because Rangers are a little bit stiffer anyway when they're doing all of their Ranger things, like Rangers together, powers forever, whatever. There's a structure.
Now,
So the comic relief duo, who are doing all kinds of weird stuff,
yeah.
and have to have comic timing and all that, I would expect it to have shown more if they were. So if they're not, I mean, if they are from New Zealand, kudos, guys.
Yeah.
Well done.
They also
I'm not saying
do play a little bit more with clear character voices. They are playing up their character voices a bit
Especially
more,
Monty.
which really does, I think, help for masking an accent.
This is true.
Because we have
I'm
Monty,
Scottish.
We have Monty, who's always doing that fawning voice, and that allows him to separate from whatever his real voice is. And then you have Victor, who's always doing the very suave voice, and that puts him in his character. So that sort of thing.
So yeah,
really,
you could be maxing one ass with a character voice, and that's why I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm Scottish.
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
Which some people, I have seen it said on. Wow, that is a loud, I guess, motorcycle or something.
I don't know, but guys, the main road is far that way.
I mean, not far, but
Okay, but we're
our
not
windows
on the
are
road.
closed. Our windows are closed. That was weird loud.
We're not on the road. You go off the road to
Yeah,
get
I
to
know.
us. The motorcycles are not outside. That was loud.
Yeah.
What were they saying about his accent?
Oh, that the true battle in Power Rangers RPM was New Zealand versus Scottish accents. But then
Well,
again,
to
we're
our
not
American
we're not
ears, it
native to
sounded
either,
Scottish.
so it's
I'm
hard
sure
to
the
really
Scots
tell
were
the
cringing.
nuances.
The Scots were like,
It's
what even
it's much
is
easier
that?
to hear slips in an American accent than it is for us to hear slips in. It's easier to hear slips in an attempted American accent or in an American attempting a different accent than it is to hear slips from one non-American accent to a different non-American accent.
If you're American.
Yes, whatever your native accent is, it's always easier to hear slips
From what I
in and out
understand,
of
the folks
that
over
one.
in the UK are actually quite good at identifying whether or not people's accents are real, even if it's not their area. They're like, you don't actually sound like you're from this neighboring area. And I think that's because they have so many accents crammed into such a small space.
Yeah, they really listen for the different regionalities, and we've got.
Are you from the north?
We've got accents here in America, but they're usually like for places that are pretty spread out.
Well, part of it is that there's actually a word for our accent. But the thing of it is we have the same accent.
Isn't it like
that the
Mid-Atlantic or
yeah,
something?
Mid-Atlantic or something like that, but it's become the standard for television, so that's why we don't notice.
Yeah, it's pretty much the most
American accent.
Yeah, it's the one with I think the fewest aspects of it that are really noticeable. Like there are certain aspects of a Texan accent or Boston accent where there are like certain phrases where you hear them and it's like, okay, yeah, that's where you're from.
It's just also very widespread, so you can't pin down where someone's from, because the Mid-Atlantic accent is in huge swaths of the country.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily connected, because it's in California and New York, but it's not in the middle of the West.
Well, California also has its own
Well,
accent
because
as well.
yeah, but
Specifically Southern California.
oh, SoCal, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you go to, like, the Pacific Northwest,
Yeah.
like Seattle,
Yeah. That's Mid-Atlantic accent too, isn't
exactly.
it? Yeah. Anyway,
Even though it's Pacific.
back on Power Rangers. What I was saying before was that this what did manage to culminate pretty much every plot element that we have at the moment.
Well, see, that's not a good thing either, though, because if you tie it up too neatly...
Yeah, we don't have any other plot elements right now. Outside of what happened to Brody's dad.
Because a lot of the times
That's
what you
the
want
only
to do
thing we
with
don't
plot
know.
elements is instead of having bump, bump, bump arcs, you want to have bump, bump, bump arcs.
Well,
where
yes.
one of them is continuing while the other one is stopped.
Well, but it is
And
always
right now,
it is nice when when things that seem disparate do manage to weave together.
that's for season finales.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is not. We currently have no hook for moving forward. We did wrap up a lot of elements right here. We wrapped up the rivalry with Ripcon, both his rivalry with the Rangers
And with Madamodius.
and with Madamodius. She's completely.
She's in the clear for the whole...
Yeah, she's completely in the clear now on what she was suspected of.
Because now she's blamed.
Yeah, and we've now resolved mysterious evil Aiden. We've resolved the whole what actually happened to Aiden, what happened to Levi when he was on the ship, why he randomly misremembered a restaurant, which I kind of figured was tied into this.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't spoiled!
I know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It was something where I'm like, they're drawing attention to this. I think I know why. It's coming out of nowhere at the moment. And what do you know? Aiden gets introduced at the end of this episode. So that tied in pretty close there.
But it's still nice foreshadowing.
Yeah. It was a little ham-fisted, but they did the job.
A lot of the times ham-fisted foreshadowing in these kind of cases, I'm going to say maybe slightly deliberate.
For
because
children.
you want your child audience to see the foreshadowing. And so you do have to be a little bit ambitious about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because in children's programming, sometimes you have to spell it out.
Yeah, that's why I am a little bit more forgiving on that front.
But the cool thing about that is that by having shows like this one that are maybe slightly ambitious, you prime a young audience to look for foreshadowing.
Yeah.
And they learn how foreshadowing works, and can then move on to works in which the foreshadowing is not so ambitious.
Yep.
It's baby steps.
And now we've officially gotten to the end of
I suppose you would
pretty
call
much
it
every arc.
like some form of media literacy.
Yeah.
So you know.
Well, one of the things that I think I've said in the past is that Power Rangers, especially early Power Rangers, is an excellent model for
The 5 stages?
the 5 stages of story structure. Because story structure, as many of you know, the 5 acts of story structure, you start off with introduction, rising action, complication, climax, denouement.
Introduction is also sometimes called setting.
Setting. So,
And you
Ranger...
can also break up 5 seasons of Babylon 5 like that.
Yes. So the Rangers have a problem in their homes. Rising action, they fight the putties. Complication, the monster shows up. Climax, they defeat it with the Megazord. Denouement, they
learn the lesson of the day.
learn the lesson of the day. Bulk and Skull do something stupid. Also, Bulk and Skull present the element of, a B plot. Or you could argue that the Rangers' side story is the B plot and Bulk and Skull are the C plot, but you still have parallel plot threads and a clear 5-act structure
the
of
clear
storytelling.
5-act structure. Which, again, media literacy.
Yeah.
We may be giving kids a little too much credit on that one.
Yeah.
Learning the 5 structures.
What I'm
But
saying
you know
is that
what?
it's an excellent way.
It is an excellent way to explain it.
Yeah, if you ever wanted to break down the 5-act structure, there it is right there.
I think different people consume media different ways,
Yeah.
and we are definitely in the dissect and analyze
You're right.
crew, but there are also people who just like to sit back and take the ride.
That's
and
true.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Power Rangers is a very structured show, and it
lends
helps you.
itself well to analysis.
Yeah, it's very structured. It allows you to pick up on structural patterns and the room that you have to play with within those structural patterns.
It definitely has a draw for the analytical child.
Yes, yes.
But remains ambitious enough to entertain the non-analytical child.
Now there were definitely
which slightly irritates the analytical adult.
There were definitely a few contrived elements.
Who is not the main demographic.
I do not know why when Levi got the fusion star, he didn't go join the Rangers then and there.
Yeah, because he could have just grabbed his star and the fusion star and gone out there.
Yeah, instead he just went out to throw the fusion star away and
then
left
came back in.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why he didn't just go, like, apart
story-wise, we know that he had to do that in order to come back and catch evil Aiden, but it was not well supported.
If they had maybe I missed a moment there where maybe he realized that he had forgotten his star inside, that would have played it a little bit better.
It's also possible that such a moment made it on the cutting room floor.
Right. Well, it's possible. It's possible that it just got skipped by, and it wouldn't have been like a long moment. It just would have been like, a second or two.
Oh, where's my star? Don't have my thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I Ninja Steel at the moment does seem to kind of rush through its story elements a little bit. It keeps seeming to provide story opportunities and then quickly resolve them. Like, Aiden infiltrating the team, much like Heckle last season, seemed like it opened up for quite a few story elements. And instead they resolved it very quickly. Once again, within 3 episodes.
Yeah, there's been a trending away from more serious serialization.
Yeah, especially... Dino Supercharged did have, arcs for each new Ranger. But that was kind of a necessity of having that many Rangers. Whereas with, you could see that they were pushing more towards standalone episodes. And same thing with...
That's what I'm saying. There's a trending away from serialization.
Yeah.
Which does make it easier to handle reruns.
Yes and no. I think that, although, yes, you do want to make sure that each story individually, has a clear beginning, middle, and end, everything wraps up, you don't need a ton of extra context in order to enjoy
why
it.
do you think that Law and Order has so many reruns?
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's self-contained.
But I think with something like Power Rangers right now...
Does it have so many reruns anymore? Because it used to be like almost all of TNT, but...
Well...
I don't
I don't know, probably.
See, we have DVR and Netflix now, so don't just sit
you don't
there
just turn
watching
on the TV
TNT.
and just let it go. But my point is, Power Rangers has, since they've now been reduced to 20 episodes a year plus 2 specials, they have a huge hiatus right smack in the middle of that. Like, yeah, maybe you may have reruns all the time, but you're just going to be rerunning the same 8 episodes for 5 months. If you're going to be rerunning the same 8 episodes for 5 months, you got to add more layers to it than just the one and done. Because otherwise, it's not going to, I feel, continue to be repeatedly satisfying.
Well, I was actually thinking of it more in terms of not reruns of the same season you're in right now, but the fact that children's television often has, this came apart, often has a, awkward gaps in schedule where they just shove a show in there 1 week and then it disappears again.
Right.
And shoving Power Rangers into that weird spot is easier if the episode is self-contained. Because these people have not been watching Power Rangers. Their regular show didn't have an episode, so they crammed it in there for some reason. Or there was a football game or something has gone wrong with the schedule.
I feel like that doesn't happen that much with Power Rangers. I don't feel like they get random extra spots.
Fair enough.
If they have a spot to fill in Nickelodeon,
It's not going to be Power Rangers.
it's going to be with the Nickelodeon show.
Like Mickey, Ricky, Dicky, and Dog.
Yeah, a show that they produce. And let's face it, it's going to be SpongeBob.
You're right.
Maybe Fairly Odd Parents or Loud House, but it's probably going to be SpongeBob.
I hate SpongeBob.
I know, everybody does now.
I like the Fairly Odd Parents. You know, canonically speaking, it's been like 9,000 years or something like that.
What's been 9,000 years?
One of Timmy's wishes was to say like 11 forever so that he would never lose his godparents.
Oh, okay. I do not remember that, but I haven't watched the show.
You find that out like in one of the later seasons that
Weird.
he has been a kid forever.
That's unsettling. But yeah, I feel well. Power Rangers is also one where it's not going to be the same characters every time. It does have, it is something where it's going to have a seasonal structure regardless, because
Sorry, saw a straight pin in the carpet.
each time that you have a new team, you have a clear beginning, middle, and end to that team.
Yes.
You have new things that are constantly being introduced. It's not something like, you know, SpongeBob or Fairly Odd Parents or Loud House, where it's always those same characters and where you just keep playing within that same world, and you have infinite variations within that one world. Or The Simpsons is another example where it's always just...
You know, if you're talking about all those other ones that you list, they almost have more of a sitcom structure.
Yeah.
Whereas Power Rangers is an adventure series.
It is. And I feel like because of that, they need to structure more that way. And I feel like that's been an oversight on the part of the production staff to a certain extent.
The children's sitcom is becoming very popular.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, that's
they're all over
like Mickey, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn, and Hannah Montana, and...
I will admit they are all over the place. I don't know how much kids enjoy them. I just know that they're all over the place.
They must be making some kind of money, or they wouldn't keep making them.
They do make a lot of those. I don't watch really any of them.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
And they don't... And for the most...
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah, they really just keep rolling with those things.
I mean, back in the day we had, like, Clarissa Explains It All.
That's true. But then again, Power Rangers is also a more merchandise-driven show than that, so they also have to have different hooks.
That's true.
Now, I will admit, Ninja Steel, there is a clear, throughout this season, there's been a clear, rudimentary understanding of the seasonal structure.
I miss Nickelodeon shows with arcs. Like The Secret World of Alex Mack. Or Space Cases.
Fair enough. I mean, the best example is Avatar, obviously.
Why do cartoons get more serialization than live-action shows, generally speaking? Is it because they're based on comic books, which already have serialization?
Well, Avatar didn't have a comic book beforehand. I think, as we were just discussing, action-adventure shows generally tend to get more serialization, and it's easier to do an action-adventure show in an animated setting than it is live-action.
Yeah.
That's going to pump up your budget.
Oh yeah, Firebenders would be real expensive.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even Secret World of Alex Mack, that was a sci-fi show. And, you know, you could only do that, like, once or twice an episode.
Right, she could only... And Space Cases, which was also science fiction.
And Animorphs didn't last up. Animorphs got such a raw deal.
Animorphs should never have been brought to screen.
Andalites
look weird.
They
You have to hold them in your head on a page. You read them on a page and you hold them in your head, because if you try and make a practical Andalite, it will not work.
Animorphs should have been an animated series.
Yeah.
That was the only way it would work. I would still love to see it as an animated series. That would be great. I think you could get some really cool animation in there.
In our closet, we have a box about this big.
I mean...
all my old Animorph books.
Nickelodeon.
I went to Walden Books. Remember Walden Books?
Yeah.
on the regular
Yeah.
to pick up the next issue of Animorphs.
Right.
It was a thing.
Nickelodeon, look. Cartoon Network's got Ben 10. You've done Animorphs before. Go for it. I do not have a problem with this being a reboot. Go for an animated Animorphs.
Animated Animorphs, serialized.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I think I mentioned during the mid-season
come on,
finale.
Cartoon Aximile in the food court stuffing his face with Cinnabon.
That would be.
That's gonna,
that'd be
you know, you got
fantastic.
sort
That
of
would
a
really, that would
Shaggy
really
and Scooby kind of look to him while he's doing that.
Yeah, I
Bring
would love
it.
to see that.
We're off track again.
I keep trying to bring it back. Keep trying to bring it back. I feel like I've been trying to make the same point for the last half hour. Anyway,
It's my fault.
I think I brought up this rudimentary understanding of arc structure back in the mid-season finale, when it's like, okay, we had our two-part introduction, a focus episode on each ranger, and then we resolved the dangling plot threads of the mysterious new ranger, and we got an introductory episode for him. And that was our intro arc of the first 8 episodes.
Which made it good.
And that makes sense. It was not,
But
there
because
was-
we were going into hiatus, having it made some sense.
that makes sense.
We've just gone in the middle of the run.
And I don't know where it's going to go from here. Maybe that'll, because right now the only question left is, how do you defeat the bad guys, and what happened to Brody's dad?
Also, what is Madame Odious trying to do?
At this point, she was. I think she wanted the Gold Ranger for herself. It didn't work out, and now she is just trying to cover her tracks. And I don't know if she has another agenda past that. We'll see.
We'll see. So if she can pull another agenda out of somewhere, that would at least be something with continuity.
Yeah.
So that it wasn't quite but there was still a thread.
Oh, and there is still the vision that Mick had at the end of episode 8 of the new Lion Zord that we've been seeing in the opening credits.
Yeah, that's just gonna, be a toy.
Yeah, but considering they foreshadowed it, maybe it'll be more plot heavy.
You mean it's
of
gonna
a
do
toy.
something other than just jumping out of the portal after they throw some ninja steel in?
Well, they said that it was like he was seeing something from the Lion Galaxy, so I don't know what that means.
So they're gonna need to get on a spaceship and go there. That could be interesting.
They do have a spaceship.
Yeah.
That is, for some reason, sort of sentient and knew where Levi was, which was still so weird.
Don't ask questions. That is not a scratching post, Frankie!
Frankie, stop that.
That is the carpet.
Scratching the carpet.
He's acting up because it's fast food.
But yeah, we're lacking certain elements of complexity. Like the basics are there. There is that root understanding of, okay, these are the points we need to hit.
Mm-hmm.
This is the story we want to tell, so we need to hit the points in this order.
Mm-hmm.
But the stories are still, there's no character arcing happening throughout it, and we're not getting hints of larger story elements that this should be segueing into. We have a clear introductory story element. These clear introductory
But
stories.
we failed to build on it.
Yeah, we're not building to something more, as far as we can tell.
I mean, the plot, instead of building on top of the last one we had, is just done another one adjacent.
Right.
At the same low level
Yeah. I mean, this
of story depth.
these last 4 episodes did sort of build upon what had already happened. They were somewhat subtle about how they were all tying in at first, because it wasn't clear that was all tying in to Levi at first. But it has now resolved. Just we're lacking in a good amount of character drama and character development, I think, at this time, which is unfortunate but not entirely unexpected.
They did manage to give me goosebumps with that whole brotherly reunion.
That was very
music.
sweet. That was very sweet. And I think that was one of their better moments.
It was a really well done moment.
Let him go. Let him go.
He's gonna scratch the carpet again.
Maybe.
He's angry at us because we're late.
Yeah. Well, he's angrier now.
He was already angry. That's why he was scratching the carpet and staring at us.
Yeah, I know.
He knows he's not supposed to do
Well, we
that.
can stop talking about him, finish talking about the show.
All right.
So that way we can tend to it. But yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything. It was good. It was a good moment. It was a somewhat decent reveal.
Music always adds pathos to a scene.
And it tied in with Levi as a character being
and it was well
inclined.
intercut with the whole little father and son campfire thing.
That was nice.
That sort of tugs at your heartstrings a little.
There is some good heart underlying in here. It's when they get into their family elements, or they get.
That's where it's strongest.
And also the relationship with Haley and Calvin when they've tackled that. I know it's fallen more into background.
Interpersonal relationships.
They're
compelling.
That is something that
more of that, please.
That Ninja Steel has been actually doing pretty well on when they choose to focus on those elements.
That's why I said more of that.
The thing is that usually their character arcs are one and done and a bit contrived and a bit flat and usually missing the message.
Yeah, I mean, like, also they had a couple of good beats with Preston and his dad.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But we'll also admit that was...
I said they had a couple of good beats.
Yeah, and then the whole arc ended up being contrived. They're getting some good sweet moments in there, and that's preventing me from getting on some of the bandwagons that are really upset with the show. It's feeling like... It does still feel like a bit of an amateur effort at times. But I'm seeing some heart. I'm seeing some basic understanding of the shape that Power Rangers is.
Yes.
It's the details are not getting hit right, and that's what they really need to build on. And this was probably one of their strongest outings because it was a resolution of something that they had been building towards the whole time. As cheesy as Aiden's bits were, and as contrived as their matchup was, and however
Evil
rushed
Aiden's bits, right?
Yeah, Evil Aiden's bits, and however rushed the final conclusion may have been. Or contrived as elements may have been, I am seeing that there is that effort of putting pieces in place and putting them together that really just needs finesse and deeper understanding. So let's hope that we get more of that as it develops.
Levi is going to go on tour with his brother.
Maybe.
We'll
see.
Sing. He just needs to have his own fake Weston name.
Yeah, exactly.
Levi and Andy Weston.
Andy Weston, yeah, sure, why not?
Something like that.
Anyway, so I think that's enough for this week.
Yeah.
We gotta take care of these guys. So until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. Time to feed the cats.
Feed the cat.
Feed the cats.
Feed the cat.
Feed them cats.